Welcome back! Here we are on the third episode of the latest 2.0 firmware update for the MatrixBrute. In this one, I'll introduce you to the new sequencer improvements that we are really happy to share with you all. The purpose of this one was to make the MatrixBrute a device that will be suitable not only for the great keyboardist, but also for everyone who prefers to program notes and get deep with the way they manipulate their sequences. Let's start. The functionalities of the sequencer depend on the status of the play mode, play or stop, and the status of the record button, off or on. There are four modes: step recording, when the sequencer is stopped and the record button is on; real-time recording, when the sequencer plays and the record button is on; sequencer playing when record is off, or sequencer stopped also when the record is off. Pressing a key will have a different result depending on the state of the sequencer. In step recording mode, it sets the note and accent information for the currently selected step. When the sequencer is stopped, it starts the sequencer and transposes the current sequence. In real-time recording mode, playing keys records note, accent, and legato information in real time. When the sequencer is just playing, it transposes the sequence. Pressing a step button in step recording mode selects and previews that step. In all three other modes, it toggles the step on or off. Pressing accent, slide, and mode steps results in toggle on and off in all the possible states. Moving on, holding two buttons on the step row from left to right results in tying a note. Holding two buttons from left to right on the accent, slide, and modulation rows enables them from steps A to B. The 2.0 update adds a new way to erase the content. Holding two buttons from right to left on the step, accent, slide, and mod rows erases them from the sequence. We can also erase the whole sequence at once by holding panel and then pressing the sequencer button. You can set the note value for a specific step by holding a step button and hitting a key. It enables the step, sets the pitch and accent. This does not apply to a real-time recording. Holding two step slots and pressing a key will create a tie note from A to B, set the pitch and accent for all the steps. Again, this does not apply to real-time recording. Pressing one step slot and turning a mod knob will enable a step and set the pitch. Holding two step slots from left to right and turning the mod knob will result in a tie note from A to B and set the pitch for all the steps. Lastly, turning the modulation knob in the step recording mode will set a sequencer modulation value of the selected step. While in the real-time recording mode, it will initiate the motion recording. Holding two modulation slots from left to right and turning the modulation knob will enable and set the value of the slot between A to B in all the possible sequencer modes. Sequencer improvements also contain few walkthrough additions that are definitely worth your attention. Let's check them out. First function allows us to extend and duplicate our sequences. To make your sequence twice longer, simply press the sequencer length button and use the right sequencer arrow. The maximum length is 64 steps. Another cool feature is called rotate. This allows the user to find sweet spots in the middle of the sequence while rotating it to the left or right. This is done by holding the top button while using the sequencer arrows to move the steps around. What's really cool is the fact that you can rotate your sequence while it's playing, creating new melodic ideas on the go. Lastly, we've added the BPM adjustment options. From now on, you can also set the whole numbers for your sequence's tempo by holding tab and rotating the rate knob, while before it was only available in the decimal mode. Well, that's it for the episode. This update will definitely make a difference for all those of you who are into programming and sequencing your notes. Make sure to let us know what you think about it, and then head to the last video that will cover the new settings and preset compare modes.